Good, beautiful morning, you wonderful creating consciousness beings. It is a brand new, beautiful day. We are here on Saturday, December the 14th, 2022. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I want to welcome you to the Saturday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Today, we're going to be doing a discussion and a meditation about peace and well-being. And again, we're going to wait a few minutes for people to come on board. And welcome TikTok, welcome Facebook. Just going to make sure we do not get disturbed here. So we are in a very fascinating time in human collective unconsciousness. And every single one of us is participating in this movement of consciousness. Everyone. There is no exception. It does not matter what your station in life is, what your position is socially or economically. You are participating in probably one of the most significant events in modern human history. And it has occurred before in the past, these events. It has resulted in great destruction and harm to the planet and the species, but always a renewal and a great transformation. But it has also been times where this has not happened, where our human collective unconsciousness is able to work together to affect a very gentle and beautiful movement in consciousness from fear to love, and to watch how the functions of fear and the functions of love move and work very differently in our lives. And it doesn't matter what religious denomination you are or what your faith or creed is. There is none of us that can escape participation in what is unfolding on this planet today. We are all participants, consciously or unconsciously. What you think, what you feel is contributing to what is unfolding before all of our eyes right now. Good morning, Drusilla. Good morning, Christopher. Hello, Hassan and Lauren. There is not one amongst us that is able to avoid the responsibility. Whether you would choose to be conscious of that responsibility or not is another thing. Now, in today's activity, unlike Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to be putting a little banner up on the screen here. For those of you that are arriving, those that you will arrive on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook, up on the screen, I've put this little thing that says breathe slowly and deeply, because it's important to become conscious that you are participating in this potentially incredible transformation from human suffering to human enlightenment. You can do it consciously or you can be unconsciously. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. You can choose to do this consciously or unconsciously. But if you choose to do this consciously, know this, that what you think, what you feel, what you believe is impacting not only your life, but the lives of the creative process of human collectively. That is, all humans and all of our thoughts, all of our feelings, all of our beliefs, all of our ideas collected together into this unconscious flow of energy is directing and orchestrating conditions and experiences we see unfolding as our lives all around us. Whether it is war or peace, feast or famine, we are all contributing to one or the other in any moment we think and feel. To that end, today is about learning to change your mind and your body, to put them into an alignment with your highest idea about the good of life. Usually love, peace, joy, playfulness, compassion. These are ideas, and these are also energies, because ideas are not just information. Ideas are energy. And I have with me today the energy of my guardian angel, John, and there's a few other beings here too as well, but we're going to just let this flow. So on the screen, I have this statement that says, breathe slowly and deeply. And as you exhale, give your body permission to relax. And you continue with your out breath, with your exhale, to give your body permission to relax. And the reason they have us do this is when you can train your body to be relaxed on command, it's no longer going to be distracting your awareness into the world. You see, your body, your awareness has been captivated by the world around you. Your external senses have pulled you away from what is your true state of being, which is within you. And the goal of today is to assist you in getting your mind and body out of the way so that you as an awareness can begin to refamiliarize yourself with the fact that you are not your mind and body. You are a soul that has a mind and body, and that these are devices for you to learn to utilize in the function of creation. Now, that function of creation can be good or bad, but in order to get to that understanding of that truth, you need to experience that you can and are able to alter and change your own mind and your own body as a function of your will, and not simply a function of a pill or a drug or an environmental condition. So breathing slowly and deeply while you're with us, just as you exhale, give your body permission to relax. Giving your body permission to relax and doing this breathing will not impair or impede your ability to hear what is being said and to understand it and comprehend it effectively. Our goal is very simple: to get you the experience that you are the authority over mind and body, not subjective to them. Much of the distractions of this world have pulled you away from that realization, so that you think, feel, and believe that somehow the world will give you relief from your mind and give you relief from your emotions, give you relief from your suffering. No, you have the capacity to alter and change your own thinking, therefore your own emotions, and therefore the way your body can function. A state of joy will cause a function in your body that's very different than a state of fear. But if you remain distracted by the outside world, by the let us say, the incorrect manifestations of entertainment that keep you in suffering and in fear, then you will simply be in fear and in suffering because you do not know how to change your own thinking. But to breathe slowly and deeply and gain the experience of relaxing your body, to gain the experience that your body will follow your direction, not just the environment's direction. So breathe slowly and deeply, and as you exhale, allow your body to relax. You give your body permission to relax on the exhale. And just keep doing that. And if any muscles or sounds or anything tries to distract you, just simply breathe the body and slowly let it relax with each breath. This is you regaining autonomy over your body instead of the senses of the body having autonomy over you, which is how most people live. Their senses dictate their thinking, rather than their thinking dictating their senses. As you gain the familiarity with that, you can relax your body simply by telling it to relax, by giving it permission to relax. You can tell your head to relax. You can tell your shoulders to relax. You can direct the entire body to relax. We encourage you, though, to instruct your body to stay in an upright position, but remain relaxed. As the body continues to relax under your direction, you begin to feel a sensation that we call the emergence of peace. When your body begins to be allowed to relax, as you direct it to do so, its attention goes from the world towards your direction. And as your attentions come away from the world and go inward to yourself, the body begins to de-stress because it's not fixated on the external world. As you gain the process of experience, the body will surrender more and more to you as you release your breath and allow it to relax. This is the first step in learning the function of meditation and why it is so powerful and positive for you to learn to do so. It will give you autonomy over your mind and over your body. Good, beautiful morning. The second step, as you continue to breathe and direct your body to relax, gain the familiarity that as easily as you can tell your body to pick things up and tell your body to put things down, as easily as you can instruct your body to do that, you can easily instruct your body to pull attention away from the world and to relax. So that when you draw your breath in, you pull the body's attention in. When you exhale, you allow the muscles of the body, the muscles of your face, your neck, your shoulders, you allow all the muscles in your body to relax. You direct them to relax. This is not some difficult process. This is not some mystical, out-of-the-world thing that you have to find a cave or a pillow to sit upon and do this. You may sit in your chair. You may lie on your bed. The goal for this is simply to gain the experience that you have autonomy over the function of the body under your direction, that you can direct it to relax. There are things that begin to happen when you start to direct your body to relax, to let go, to turn loose. You're directing it to become open and receptive to your awareness as it continues to relax. Always you will find on the exhale, it is easier for you to give the body that instruction to relax, and it will react and respond to that, so that you hold your breath and you release and you allow the muscles to relax. And any muscles that are remaining active or tense or active, simply breathe and direct those muscles to relax. And repeatedly continue to do this each time you exhale. As the body begins to release and let go, your awareness becomes free from the distractions of the environment. Now you're moving your awareness inward. And what does your great master say? The kingdom of God is within you. It is within you. So as your body is relaxing and you're giving it permission to release, to relax, to let go, you are moving inward to yourself, to where within is within. The world cannot distract you from this place. Now you continue this process of allowing the body to relax. Then comes the secondary step, which again is up on the screen. Any thoughts, any memories, any emotions, any future concerns that you have at this time, you can now use your breath once the body's relaxed. You can use the breath and breathe into the space where your thoughts, your memories, and your emotions reside. You breathe into that space. And just as you did with your body, when you exhale, you allow all your thoughts, all your memories, all your emotions to simply become still and quiet as you exhale. You give your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your concerns, you give them permission to be still as you exhale. The goal here is to gain your own experience with being able to direct your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your concerns to simply be still. You are awareness, you are a soul directing the mind now as you directed the body to be still, to be quiet, to be open and receptive to your awareness. This is for you to gain experience that your body and your mind will follow your direction if you initiate specific instructions to it that it can follow, that are simple and easy to understand. So the function of your breath is an instrument of the divine. Your breath was given to you by the divine. Some may call that God or Great Spirit. It does not matter what you name this consciousness that gave your body breath, but that it gave that breath to you and that you have the authority to use that breath. You have the authority to use this divine breath that you have to direct the body to be still, to direct the mind to be quiet. And what does your great master say but be still and know that I am God? To train your mind and body to be still so that you are no longer distracted by the world and the things of the world. Your attention moves inward into a place as the mind and body grow quieter and quieter. On the exhale, you will always find it easier to release thoughts, memories, emotions, and tensions from the body. The exhale allows you to release. The inhale allows you to bring in new energy into the body. So one draws in new energy, and one releases tension, thought, memory, emotion, and future concerns from the physical body. From this, you begin to gain personal experience with your own capacity to have authority over your house, which is what your body is. Your body is the kingdom. the city of 9 gates, the city of 9 gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 gates. 9 gates. 8, 9. The city of 9 gates, wherein dwells the intelligence that built your body. As you gain the experience that your body and your mind do indeed through the function of your using the breath, the divine breath, allow yourself to become aware that your body is relaxing, that your mind is becoming still as you exhale thought, memory, emotion. You begin to gain experience that you have an authority over your mind and body that you may not have known that you have. Many of you take for granted that your body is your servant. Many of you believe that your body is your master, but it does not matter. In this moment, you use the breath to give the body permission to be still. You give the mind, memory, the emotions permission on the exhale to be still, to give your mind and body permission to be still, and to begin to allow yourself to feel what that stillness feels like, to become aware of stillness that you are creating using the divine breath of your body. You're using the breath to direct the body, to direct your mind to be still. And both your mind and body will enjoy this process, for in this stillness, they can rest. In stillness, your mind and body can rest. And if you are giving them that stillness, you gain the experience of the autonomy and authority that you were designed to have over your own mind and your own body and your own emotions. For thoughts and memories will create qualities of emotion that you can learn as you gain experience of being able to quiet your mind and body, that you can begin to choose what thoughts you will allow your mind to think and choose what actions you will allow your body to take. So breathe deeply, fill your lungs completely, and as you allow the body to exhale, give the body permission to relax, and give the mind, the thoughts, the memories permission to be still for a little while. They will be there for later. Give them permission to be still. You will always find it easier to experience this release, this freedom from thought, this freedom from tension. On the exhale is where you'll experience the effects of that most pronounced. So that when you exhale, and allow yourself to become aware of how the body releases tension and how the body feels being relieved of tension under your direction. And become aware of how you feel as you give your mind permission to be still, to be quiet, to release memory, to release thought as you exhale. And feel the vibration that you feel as you give your mind and body your permission to do this. Our goal is very simple, to remind you that the authority over your mind and body is who you are. You are the authority in your house. To learn to direct your mind and body as you will them to be is the fundamental reason for this particular component of what we are here to do through this one. Understanding that your body and your mind are instruments that you must learn how to utilize effectively in the process of learning creation. You did not come here to suffer, nor were you born in sin. You came here born in love. You came here born in life. You are here to express and manifest your uniqueness through the function of creative thought and the function of how that creative thought affects your creative process through the physical form. Your thinking generates your emotions generate your actions. And many of you have found yourself captured by the thoughts and emotions of other people. And now it is time to learn to rediscern yourself from the impressions that others have given you about what they should tell you to think the world is or is not. You, in the stillness of your mind, can begin to consider thoughts and ideas that can awaken you from suffering, unnecessary suffering. But the first step is here, learning to use your breath to gain familiarity once again that your body will do as you direct it to do if you are patient and gentle and perseverant in the simplicity of what we are suggesting, that the function of your breath is an element of creation that you may use to direct your body to be in a different state of consciousness. Likewise, you may use the sacred breath to direct your mind to be still, to be quiet, to be open and receptive to your awareness, to experience how you as an awareness, as a soul, experience having the authority to direct your thoughts, your memories, your emotions to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, and to feel what you as awareness naturally feel, being in the position of healthy authority over your thinking mind and your physical body, both of which have their own systems of automatic functioning that you may supersede by learning this simple practice. The function of meditation is to regain your authority over your mind and body, to not be caught up in them, to not be lost in them, to not be living in the terror of things in your mind that the world has given you, but to be independent of them, authoritative over them, a loving authority over your mind and your body. These changes in energy, these changes in your experience, that you can quiet your mind, you can still your emotions, you can bring the body to a peaceful state. And to gain the awareness that you are able to do so is to begin to give yourself freedom from subjectivity to the thoughts, the beliefs, the ideas of others, to begin then to formulate thinking and ideas that would be more preferable for you to experience, ideas of possibilities of creation, of the fact that there is joy and happiness that you can learn to affect and create, that thinking about the thought of love, considering the idea of love as a feeling, not as something you acquire from the world, but the nature of love as a feeling, as something that you are. That is something that you are. You are love. It is what you are. You are able to function independent of thought and emotion. You are able to orchestrate direction over them, much the same way one may orchestrate direction over their pet dog or cat. In gaining deliberate authority over your mind and body, you can then move into the realm of creation, where you can begin to consider, what do I want to be or do, or what do I wish to think that would please me, that would excite me, that would inspire me. It is only outside the confines of what you know that you can bring anything new into your experience of this world. It's only from outside of what you know that you can bring anything new into the experience of your world. So let us take a minute together and go through this process, giving yourself the awareness that you can direct your body to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, by utilizing the function of its breath, so that you breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, you allow the muscles and the body, the nerves, the bones to relax. You breathe deeply again like that. And again, you direct the muscles, the nerves, the organs, the glands of that body to relax even more. Your breath is the permission you give to your body to be still, to be relaxed. And each breath allows your body, you give your body permission to release, to relax, to let go. You give it your permission to release the shoulders, the arms, the legs from tension. Pay close attention how the body relaxes automatically and easily when you exhale it. Become familiar with your authority that you are directing it to release and to relax and to let go. Feel how that feels for you and your body. Next, you breathe your attention, your awareness, the breath into the space where thought, memory, analysis, and concern lives. Breathe into the space of your mind. And as with your body, as you exhale, you give the mind permission to release thinking, to be still, to be quiet. You direct your mind, give it your permission to be still, to not think for a little while. And give it that permission on the exhale. And feel the sensation that you feel when you give your mind, your memories, your emotions, your thoughts permission to be still as you exhale. And even if there are things going on around you, you can still experience the ability that you have to breathe the body and to release the attachment to distraction, to thought, to memory, to emotion. Just release it. And each breath that you take thusly, you gain a greater experience of allowing yourself to be undistracted by your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, simply through the act of utilizing the body's breath. There will be different degrees of learning and intensity. For some of you have great emotions, some of you have intense going thinking that may require simply a little bit more time and a little bit more patience for you to assert your thinking, your breathing into stillness and quiet. But be patient. Always on the exhale will you feel the result of liberation, so that when you exhale thinking, you exhale tension. When you experience that relief that happens on the exhale, and then you begin to become familiar with the relief that you are creating with your breath. And if you've only created but a little relief, then breathe again in the same fashion, and you will create a little bit more, and a little bit more stillness, and a little bit more relaxation. And you begin to find your body. Some of you may even fall into that state of consciousness that you think is sleep, but we can assure you, you have not fallen asleep. You have simply turned off the functioning of your thinking mind and the distractions of its senses of the body. And now you are free of them. But as you become more familiar with your ability to direct your mind and body to be still, to be quiet, to be open and receptive to your awareness, as you cultivate that ability, then the function of accessing information beyond what you know becomes available to you. Inspiration and guidance can come from this place where your mind and your body are not distracting you with the world around you. Now, how does this loan itself to this great transformation that is unfolding in human collective unconsciousness today? Much of your humanity is caught up in fear and distraction, the pursuit of things that are not as necessary as you might deem them to be. But your belief that you cannot have or be or do what you wish to be or have or do creates fear. This fear creates an energy. This energy creates a function of action and behavior. Many of your innovations and creations that you've experienced in this physical dimension were originally manifestations of love. The function, for example, of wealth was a function of a concept that was designed to embody the concept that you can provide for everybody equally, that everybody can equally avail themselves of the creative process, the fruits of creation in this dimension. And yet, through the fear of not being able to believe that you can do so on your own, you created systems of social and political structures that made one person dependent upon another, one being divested of their power to create, and the other being filled by the power to take from that other person's inability to create. We do not wish to go too deeply into the machination, but suffice to say that as you learn to liberate your attention from the distractions of the body, as you learn to liberate your awareness from the confines of the thinking mind, and you begin to become aware that you are aware, from this place of awareness, you can begin to generate new thought, new ideas, which generate new energies that will affect your biology, much the same way as the thoughts you think affect you to do and say and be in certain ways. So too can new thought and new ideas stimulate new functions of experience, new ways of being and doing in your life. And our goal is quite simply that in this collective unity of consciousness, you are all participating in a creation that causes you individually and collectively to do and be in very specific and precise ways that are either based in the vibrational frequency of fear or the vibrational frequency of love. These two vibrational frequencies have very different effects on time, space, and matter, how they influence your biology, how they will influence your actions, and therefore how you will influence your environment. And the functions of fear and love in their outcome are very different. Although the nature of what they utilize is the same. They are the same, they issue forth from the same source, but they have different effects in time and space in your experience. It is our encouragement to you that you consider what is love as a vibration for you. What is love as a vibration for you, not something that you get that tastes good or something that you get that feels good or what somebody says to you, but what do you, when you consider what does love feel like as a vibration for you, to align yourself to that energy, because many of you are already familiar with the vibration of fear and anger and uncertainty, but to become familiar with the vibration, the feeling of love, joy, compassion, and playfulness, to begin to align yourself to those energies, then the functions of behavior change correspondingly to the nature and quality of the emotional thinking state that one is in. And your capacity to change that enables you to be a participant in either love or fear and the manifestations of either. The manifestations of fear have resulted in many of your civilizations crumbling back to the earth from whence they came, as equally as your love has resulted in the manifestation and the creation of great cities and life-sustaining ideologies and beliefs, ways of living and being that could only be considered in a very simple way from your earliest ancestors that began to consider the concept of thinking, evaluating, and creating, to have the capacity to self-reflect and become aware that they were not simply a physical body, that they were a thinking entity, which is what you all are now. But with the capacity to think comes also the capacity to create experiences. And if you are creating experiences based on love, you will create a very unique experience. And if you are creating based on the vibrational experience, an expression of fear, you'll create something very different. Your energy collectively is affecting this planet, but it is also affecting the relationship between this planet and other planets in this system. And your star is also likewise affected by the qualities of energy that are transmitted and received between the two. That is, your consciousness interacts with the earth. The consciousness of the earth interacts with the sun. There is a relationship like father, mother, child. There is a relationship of energy between yourselves as a collective species, your physical planet, and the star that you currently circle. Understand this, that the relationship is one based on energy. Your sciences have been scratching their heads about why certain events happen at certain times. It is because there are certain nuances in consciousness, qualities of emotional energy that have been following a very specific path, what you might call a sine wave of a rising and a falling, and a rising and a falling. You might say a rise to love and a fall to fear. This has been repeated multiple times over your last 72,000 standard years of your Earth. In these 72,000 years, it is important to realize that the dominant vibrations of fear orchestrated very specific changes electromagnetically in the conditions of your planet and its relationship to the star and other planetary bodies. Should you be awake and aware enough to alter your vibrational collective frequency from fear to love, then you will have an opportunity to bear witness to your capacity to have far greater reaching effects in time and space than your sciences can certainly validate that you do. The level of quantum physics and study in your dimension right now is beginning to reveal the holistic nature of consciousness here. As you come to an understanding that you are able, each and every one of you, to affect this consciousness, be it the earth, your body, your mind, or the world around you, or even your solar system, and dare we say beyond. But if you become familiar with your ability to have an effect deliberately in a very broad spectrum, then you will certainly demonstrate to many of us that you're perhaps ready to join a broader community of consciousness. But first, you must collectively demonstrate that you as a species are no longer harmful to yourself or others. And that requires that you shift your energy from a vibrational frequency of fear to a vibrational expression of love. Each will bear its own fruit. Understand, the actions of fear, the thoughts of fear, the actions of love, the thoughts of love cause very different effects. They incline you to do very different things. One will cause suffering, one will cause healing. That is the simple distinction in creation, that fear and love are the two polarities that you use in the function of creation. That you have on multiple occasions resulted in predominantly producing a fear manifestation, you have correspondingly experienced a fear event. That collective fear resulted in a great change on the planet and a great change in the solar system. But that change, again, can be consciously or unconsciously affected by you. Our goal, very simple, is to provide information, messages, and inspiration that would allow you to effect a deliberate and more intelligent and conscious choice about what you will or will not do with your mind and your body, therefore contribute one way positively or negatively to the collective energies of your solar community. Again, there are communities far beyond your solar system, and many of you already know this. Many of your governments are quite familiar with this reality. But how then do you get your entire population to align itself to love when there are so many divisions? It is very simple. First, begin to realize that you must learn to cultivate an energy of love within you. The very nature of cultivating an energy of love in you will compel you to have different thoughts. The vibration of love generates very specific thinking, which in turn generates very specific energy, which in turn generates very specific actions, as does the thoughts of fear go through the exact same sequence of process, in that the thoughts, the feelings of fear, the thoughts of fear generate very specific energies that generate very specific functions of behavior. And each one will reap its own result. You cannot have an effect without a cause, nor a cause without an effect. So we encourage you to consider what we have said today, that love is your essential nature, that from the perspective of love, whatever degree of love you understand that to be as you are, to train your mind and body to be your servant and not be your master, to learn to let the function of the vibration of love be that which governs your thoughts and therefore your actions, you will experience significant changes in your world and in your social and political structures if you are able to make this shift in consciousness. We are watching it ongoing right now. It is quite the interesting journey to see you going back and forth and flip-flopping from one state to another. But you must do this collectively. It must be an agreement. And it cannot be forced nor coerced. It can be taught, it can be shared, but it cannot be forced or coerced. The function of love causes no force. Only the function of fear will use force. And if you are in desperation, but you wish to have a good outcome, you will still be coming from fear. So do not let your desperation be your guide either. Even though your outcome is a very good one, the function of desperation as an energy of fear will necessitate that you will take specific actions that will not be based in fear and therefore not produce the desired result. The function of love is unique and distinct to the function of fear. Each is using the same source, but each produces very different results, not only in your own mind and in your own body, but in the immediacy of your own world, in your own environment. If you look around you, the product of your life, both individually and collectively, is a precise representation of the dominant energy that you align yourself to. Your conditions of pleasure or pain are products of what emotional quality you align yourself to. If you're aligned to a vibration and thinking of fear, then the conditions of your environment will reflect that. If you're aligned to a vibration and thinking of love and compassion and kindness, then your experience will be very different. The challenge you face is you must do this both individually and collectively. You must become aware that there is a system that is universal, that is not based in coercion, but is based in understanding and experience, that will afford each and every one of you the same opportunity to awaken yourself to your capacity to create conditions in your life that are more favorable to living, more favorable to evolving, more favorable to growing. But you cannot coerce love into existence. You cannot coerce joy into existence. You cannot coerce happiness. It must be individually and collectively chosen freely. You must choose love or you must choose fear. It cannot be coerced. Again, you are on a very tight schedule, so to speak, in terms of your time. You have approximately 21 years to organize your consciousness. And before then, to the degree and extent that you do not do this, you will begin to see corresponding events in the manifestations of time, space, and matter that will not be so favorable to your biologies. Likewise, if you are able to align yourself to deliberate frequencies of love, you will begin to see favorable changes in your biology and in your environment. Even in the greater community of the solar system, you will begin to see changes that match the general qualitative emotion that you cultivate inside yourselves. Is it love or is it fear that you align yourselves to individually and collectively? But each of you must choose one or the other. You cannot serve two masters. Each will have its own result. Wow. Thank you, John. Thank you, the Galactics. I really appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. So this is the world I live in. Hey, Chris. Hi, guys. I'm just going through here. So we'll have some time for questions. If you're still on here, please breathe slowly and deeply. Learn to teach your body to be your servant, your loving servant. Learn to teach your mind to follow your direction. Learn to release thoughts of fear, anger, guilt, shame. Learn to use the sacred function of your breath. Like what they're saying to us is really important. Your breath is so sacred. The ability to just go and then to release thought from the body, to release memory, to release emotion. You can do this. And there you begin to gain experience that you can direct your mind and body. You're not subjective to them. You're lost in the terror of your mind and body. And I know what that's like. I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, right? Where I've lived in terror, I've lived in fear, I've lived in depression, I've lived with suicide in my mind because I did not know how to use my awareness to direct my mind and body differently. And again, yeah, I'm sorry, okay, I won't go into that. They were asking me asking me if I should talk a bit about what I personally went through, but I don't think it's going to serve much good at this moment. Suffice to say that if you're able to learn to use your breath to quiet your mind, to quiet your body, and to begin to experience how you feel, being able to direct your mind and body from your own will. Like I said, I used years ago, I used alcohol and drugs and pills to try and deal with my energy, which is emotion. Emotion is energy, okay? Nobody ever taught me that I could change my emotions by the way I interact with my thinking mind, that I could alter the way I use my body to change the energy of emotion, because certain emotions cause very specific things in your body. And there's wonderful teachers out there that can help you change your body to change your state. There's lots of good teachers. I mean, Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, many others, Greg Braden, Jacqueline Small, many wonderful teachers out there, Marianne Williamson, that have understood the function of consciousness over mind and body. And find someone that can guide you thusly to learn that you're not your thoughts, you're not your memories, you're not your emotions. You are a soul, an incredible divine entity that has a mind, that has a body, that has a function called creation. You came here to create. Let's take a look over here. Hi, TikTok. How you doing, guys? Good morning, everybody. Hi, you are. Oh, thank you. So I need a new microphone? Okay, well, I'm not sure what's happening. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Snowbird. Hi, Brad. How you doing? Brad, I want to say, Brad Uphill, who's making a comment saying he will live in hell for eternity and dragging the rest of you there with him. I want to say something to you, Brad. There are only two functions that humans can express: the function of fear or the function of love. Your thoughts, your actions come and are born of love, or they are born of fear. And your comment is born of fear. And Master Jesus never taught fear. He never projected fear. He taught love. And I send you the love that I can send you because I understand that you live in fear from what you have been taught by your Christian mythology or your religious dogmas that have inclined you to think and to feel and believe that you should live in fear. And we are here to tell you that is not the case. So I send you love, respect, and blessings because I know the feeling of fear that you live in, because I used to live in that feeling too. Jesus never teaches people to fear. He taught love. He taught healing, and he still does to this day. So don't ever get yourself caught up in that fear too long, Brad, because fear is the way to suffering. Fear is the way to suffering. Love does not cause one to suffer. So I send you much love, brother. I send you much love. Hi, guys. Oh, yes, Brad, I have. Again, anytime you get into criticism and judgment, it just means you're living in fear. And that's not what Jesus taught. Jesus did not teach fear. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We'll just, I really appreciate it. But if you want to end your suffering, Brad, let me tell you something. If you want to end your suffering, you stop perpetuating it. You stop projecting suffering onto other people. Okay, so let's move on to some others that are seeking to understand. Guaranteed he's an American, and most people here are American. Oh, well, it's okay. Have fun with that, Brad. Snowbird. Just scrolling through questions here. Wait for him to touch his forehead again. That's when he's actually tuning in. Sometimes that's one way, but you're all tuned in. I mean, Brad, you've been taught to believe that certain things are true, so you only know what you've been taught. You don't know anything outside the realm of what you've been taught. And I feel sorry for you, and I have compassion for you. Because again, to live only believing one thing closes your mind to many others. Wonderful. So grateful here. Let's see if I can do this here. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out different things that we can do, folks. Just do that and this. Yes, I will take some questions now. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over. Have fun with that, folks. Hi there. There we go. Hi, my brother. How you doing? So much fear, eh, Brad? Poor guy. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over to YouTube now. Question from, let's see, we got YouTube here. There we go. We'll let the universe take care of that. Okay. Love you too, Drusilla. Question from Tiffany Collar on YouTube. I haven't had the money to holistic doctors to help me heal from I believe adrenal fatigue and my nervous system. Any suggestions on things or foods or herbs that can help me heal? Hi, Tiffany. There is a group that a couple that I follow. His name is Marcus Rothkrantz, and he runs a YouTube channel called The Healthy Life. Go check out The Healthy Life. The link to it is one of our favorite channels on our site. There's also another gentleman by the name of Dr. Robert Morris who can give you the fundamental things that your biology will need to clear your lymphatic system, because that's what's really blocked up. Your lymphatic system's blocked up, so the adrenals can't do the work that it's supposed to do. So you want to clean your adrenals first, or you want to clean your lymphatic system up first, then the adrenals will start to clean. And again, go check out Dr. Robert Morris. I'm speaking from personal experience, what worked for me, right? Thank you so much. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. I just trying to check out TikTok and see what we have here. Okay. So on TikTok. Okay. Wow. Hey, Brad. Good to have you here. Okay. There it is. So just give me a moment. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. All right. We'll do 2 questions today, and we will call it a day. So I'm going over here to thank you again for that, Tiffany. I really appreciate it. Another question from Inshira Du. She's asking, not sure if my super chat went through. My question is, what is it that I am doing in my dream state? Thank you. Namaste, and I love you all unconditionally. I'm being told to tell you that the higher functions of the divine will become available to you, that you can literally reach a little higher and hear and feel the voice of what you would call your God. Go forth into this with love, and it shall be received as love. Thank you, Inshira. Question from Terry. Can I ask my angels when are they sending a man for love my way? It's already happening. I'm being told to tell you it's already happening. You need to release the uncertainty that you hold in your heart. Release the uncertainty of receiving from your heart. How can you receive that which you do not believe? Relieve yourself of the uncertainty. Begin to rejoice, for that which you are seeking will come. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Now I'm going to do it this way, like this. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So we'll try a couple of questions on TikTok, and then we're going to call it a day, folks. Thank you for following me. Thank you very much. Will my side, somebody's asking on TikTok, will my side project work out? There is somebody that has been inhibiting you. There's somebody or something that's inhibiting you from following through. They've been putting discouragement in your ear. You need to take your attention away from anyone that's trying to discourage you. Also, in doing more than one thing, remember, do not let your mind get you split into choosing one or the other. Choose one and the other, this and this and this. My guardian angel John told me, he said, you've got to get rid of the word or out of your vocabulary. You don't do this or this. You do this and this and this and this. And by your nature, you're able to do that. Happy Saturday to you too, dear. Amber, don't worry about it. Amber, it's okay. It's okay. The abruptness of the leaving was to give you the opportunity to restore peace. Yes, he's okay. Like, he's totally okay. He's literally okay. There's no judgment to you. He says, release your judgment from yourself. Release your judgment from yourself. Release it. He said, stop holding on to it. It's unnecessary. The love will always remain with the relationship. Always. It will never be gone. It will never be broken. Love can't be broken. It can be ignored, but it can never be broken. Yeah. He's saying, yeah, take a breath. He said, in the evening before you bed down, he's saying, before you go to bed, in the evening, lie and speak or think his name, but do so in love and feel his response. You'll actually feel his response energetically, but do so from love. Like, when you're lying in bed at night, lie there and just say, connect to me, and let yourself be in love and wish to connect to him, and feel the sensation that comes back to you from that energy, right? Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? Michelle says, I've been trying to move into a spiritual career and work for myself. Am I wasting my time? Again, if you have those emotions, if you have those thoughts, then yes, you are. If you believe and know, yes, okay. I mean, whatever you believe, so it shall be done unto you. Do you believe that this is going to give you more joy? Will this make your heart happy? Will it make your others that you care about happy and fulfilled? Let your acts be of love, not of fear. Let your thoughts be of love, not of fear. Let love, not fear, govern you. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, listen, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out today. I want to thank my guardian angel John and the Galactics for coming through. Humans are a funny species. We have a limited timeline. Love or fear. That's our choices as individuals, and as a collective. We can only choose love or fear. You cannot serve two masters, right? And in conventional Christian mythology, they would talk about good and evil, or God and the devil. You can't serve them both. You can choose one or the other, love or fear. Take your pick, folks. Each one will give us our own reward, right? That's what will happen. I want to wish you all much love. I look forward if you join me on Monday. Thank you for that super chat, Drusilla. Really appreciate it. Did you have a question? Let me see. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, no, he's okay. I'm telling you, he's okay. Somebody's saying, I'm from India. Would you please slow your speech of talking sentences? I'm unable to follow. It's not important to follow the language as it is to feel the vibration that's transmitted. Master Jesus, when he speaks, everybody hears, just as when Buddha speaks, everybody hears, because it's not the words that are important. It is the vibration that is important, the energy that's communicated. The ascended masters communicate with love. Jesus, Buddha, they all communicate with love. Gabriel, Archangel Michael, they communicate with love. So language isn't as important as the vibration that you're receiving. And I know a part of you wants to understand the words. And to that end, we say this to you. As you learn to listen, you will begin to hear. As you learn to listen, you will begin to hear. I want to thank you. Thank you for coming from India. Wonderful to have you here. Let's go along here. I'm trying to find Drusilla's question. Yeah, I know. Yeah, just so you know, Brad, lots of people sending you love. It's true. You know, people that attack are in fear. It doesn't mean they're bad. They're just living in fear. People that attack live in fear. Okay, I'm not seeing your question, Drusilla. If you want, you can send it. You can DM me with your question. I'd be more than happy to address that. So, guys, listen. I will see you on Monday. I'm excited about who's coming through on Monday. I think it's Archangel Michael, but I'm just guessing right now. That's what I would like Monday, but we'll see. I want to wish you all much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And yeah, things are going to get really happening big time. And I'm trying to find out why I can't find the end button here. There we go. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will see you all on Monday. Much love, everybody.